Some breaking news. A civilian has been killed in the fierce encounter between militants and security personnel that's raging since yesterday in Kulgam district of South Kashmir. Acting on a tip-off about the presence of militants in Kodwani village of the district, a joint team of police and army launched a search operation according to wire reports. The security forces fired upon militants believed to be holed up inside a house, resulting in an exchange of gunfire. The house with suspected militants was cordoned off. Ashraf is now joining us with more details. Ashraf, even though that area was cordoned off, we understand now that one civilian has died.
Yeah, Maha, basically the situation is very tense in the village. Basically, we have seen that some local residents came over at the encounter site and pelted stones on the security forces and the army, which resulted the police to initiate the action against those protesters who were throwing the stones on the police and security forces at encounter south. They used the tear gas shells. One of the tear gas shell has hit one youth who got injured in that. Now in the hospital he has succumbed to injuries that has added the fuel to the fire, and the situation is very tense, and probably there will be some kind of tension across the area, because the civilian has been killed at the encounter site due to the police action, and probably that may affect the ongoing encounter operation by the security forces even. But so far the area has been cordoned off. Now the senior police officers have rushed to the spot so that the situation could be brought under control.
And Ashraf, fill us in with the details about the ongoing encounter in Kulgam.
Yeah, basically, as you mentioned, yesterday evening the security forces cordoned this particular village in Kulgam district on the tip of information when they were heading towards that particular house where these militants, which are believed the local militants of the village, were hiding, and they were fired upon. After the initial firing, the fire was responded by the security forces as well, but being the month of Ramzan and the people being busy in the prayers and other things, during the night the cordon was placed intact so that the militants could not move away from that particular house. But today early morning, as the police started the combing operation and search operation surrounding the area, meanwhile some of the villagers from the surrounding villages as well as from the same village came in the support of those hold up militants and pelted stones on the security forces, shouted slogans, and that created this kind of incident about which we are talking, that one civilian got injured in police action who later succumbs to injuries, and that is now the big problem here for the security forces in that ongoing encounter.
Ashraf, reporting on that incident of a civilian getting killed while there was an ongoing encounter that is still on at the moment in Kulgam. These people are supposed to have pelted stones at the security forces, after which they retaliated with a tear gas shell that hit this youth. In fact, let's move on now, but more news coming in from Jammu and Kashmir, where Pakistan has violated ceasefire on the border with Jammu and Kashmir, and Pakistani Rangers fired at a BSF patrol party in Arispura sector of Jammu last night. BSF sources say that BSF retaliated. There was no damage on the Indian side.